The story of Hagar and Ishmael. Abram and his wife Sarai had been living in the land of Canaan for many years, but Sarai still had no children. Sarai had an Egyptian servant named Hagar. One day, Sarai said to Abram, "The Lord has not allowed me to have children. Maybe the way for us to have a family is through my servant. Go and have a child with her, and perhaps I can build a family through her." Abram agreed with Sarai's suggestion. So Sarai gave Hagar to Abram as another wife. This happened after Abram had already lived in Canaan for 10 years. Abram slept with Hagar, and she became pregnant. But once Hagar realized she was going to have a child, her attitude toward Sarai changed. She began to look down on her mistress. Sarai became very upset and went to Abram. "This is your fault," she complained. "I gave my servant to you, and now that she knows she's pregnant, she treats me with disrespect. May the Lord judge between you and me." Abram answered, "She's your servant. You can deal with her however you think is best." So Sarai treated Hagar harshly. The situation became so difficult that Hagar ran away. She fled into the wilderness and eventually stopped beside a spring of water along the road to Shur. There, the angel of the Lord found her. He said, "Hagar, servant of Sarai, where have you come from, and where are you going?" She answered, "I'm running away from my mistress Sarai." The angel of the Lord told her, "Go back to your mistress and submit to her." Then he gave her a promise. "I will greatly multiply your descendants. They will become so numerous that no one will be able to count them." He also told her, "You are pregnant, and you will have a son. You must name him Ishmael, because the Lord has heard about your suffering. He will grow up to be a strong and independent man. He will struggle with many people, and many will struggle with him, but he will live near all his relatives." Hagar realized that the God who spoke to her had seen her in her distress. So she gave God a special name, saying, "You are the God who sees me." She was amazed that she had encountered the one who watches over her. Because of that experience, the well there was called Bir Lahai Roi. It was located between Kadesh and Bered. Afterward, Hagar returned and gave birth to Abram's son. Abram named the boy Ishmael. At that time, Abram was 86 years old when Ishmael was born. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him. God said, "I am the Almighty God. Live your life faithfully before me, and do what is right. I will make a covenant between us, and I will multiply your descendants greatly." When Abram heard this, he fell face down before God. God continued speaking to him. "This is my covenant with you. You will become the father of many nations. Because of that, your name will no longer be Abram. From now on, your name will be Abraham, because I have made you the father of many nations.
You shall be the father of a multitude of nations.
Nations will
and your
come from
descendants
you, and
will be
kings
as
will come from your
numerous
family
as the
line.
stars.
I will establish my covenant with you and your descendants after you for all generations. It will be an everlasting covenant. I will be your God and the God of
No
your
longer
descendants.
will your name be Abram.
And I will give to you
Your
and
name
to your
will be
descendants
Abraham.
the land where you are now living as a foreigner, the entire land of Canaan. It will belong to them forever, and I will be their God. Then God said, "You and your descendants must keep this covenant. This is the sign of the covenant between me and you. Every male among you must be circumcised. This will be a physical sign of the covenant between us." Every boy must be
You
circumcised
shall
when he
be
is
the
8 days
father
old,
of a
whether he is born in your
multitude
household
of
or bought as a
nations,
servant from someone else.
and your
Any male who refuses
descendants
to be
will be as
circumcised will be cut off
numerous
from the
as
community
the
because he has
stars.
broken the covenant. Then God spoke about Abram's wife. As for your wife, Sarai, her name will no longer be Sarai. From now on, her name will be Sarah. I will bless her, and she will give birth to a son for you. I will bless her so that she will become the mother of nations, and kings of peoples will come from her. When Abraham heard this, he fell face down and laughed quietly to himself. He thought, how can a man who is almost 100 years old have a child? And Sarah is 90 years old. How could she possibly have a baby? Then
No
Abraham
longer
said to
will
God,
your
if
name
only
be
Ishmael could live
Abram.
under your blessing. But God
Your
replied,
name
no, your
will
wife
be
Sarah will truly give
Abraham.
birth to a son, and you must name him Isaac. I will establish my covenant with him and with his descendants as an everlasting covenant. As for Ishmael, I have heard your request. I will bless him too. I will make him fruitful and multiply his descendants greatly. He will become the father of 12 rulers, and I will make him into a great nation. But my covenant will be established with Isaac, the son Sarah will bear to you about this time next year. After finishing speaking, God departed from Abraham. That very same day, Abraham obeyed what God had commanded. He gathered every male in his household, his son Ishmael, all the servants born in his house, and all those he had bought, and circumcised them. Abraham himself was 99 years old when he was circumcised. His son Ishmael was 13 years old. And all the men in Abraham's household were circumcised that same day, just as God had instructed. The visitors and Abraham's plea for Sodom. One hot day, Abraham was sitting at the entrance of his tent near the oak trees of Mamre. It was the middle of the day when the heat was strongest. As he looked up, he suddenly saw 3 men standing nearby. When Abraham noticed them, he quickly got up, ran to greet them, and bowed respectfully to the ground. "My lord," he said, "if I have found favor with you, please don't pass by without stopping. Let me bring some water so you can wash your feet and rest here under the tree. I'll also bring you something to eat so you can refresh yourselves before continuing your journey." The visitors agreed. Abraham hurried into the tent and said to Sarah, "Quick, take some fine flour, knead it, and bake some bread." Then Abraham ran to his herd, chose a tender young calf, and gave it to one of his servants to prepare quickly. When the meal was ready, Abraham brought the visitors butter, milk, and the cooked calf. He served the food while they sat under the tree, and he stood nearby while they ate. During the meal, the visitors asked him, "Where is your wife, Sarah?" "She's inside the tent," Abraham replied. One of them said, "I will return to you about this time next year, and when I do, your wife Sarah will have a son." Sarah was listening from the entrance of the tent behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were both very old, and Sarah had long since passed the age when women normally have children. So Sarah quietly laughed to herself and thought, "How could I have this kind of joy now that I'm so old, and my husband is old too?" But the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh and say, 'Can I really have a child when I'm so old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return to you at the appointed time next year, and Sarah will have a son." Sarah became afraid and said, "I didn't laugh." But the Lord replied, "Yes, you did laugh." After the meal, the men stood up and looked toward the direction of Sodom. Abraham walked with them for a while as they began their journey. Then the Lord said to himself, "Should I hide from Abraham what I am about to do? Abraham will surely become a great and powerful nation, and all nations on earth will be blessed through him. I have chosen him so that he will teach his children and household to follow the Lord by doing what is right and just." Then the Lord said to Abraham, "The outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is very great. Their sin is extremely serious. I am going to go down and see whether what they have done is as bad as the reports I have heard." The men then started walking toward Sodom, but Abraham remained standing before the Lord. Abraham stepped forward and said, "Will you really destroy the righteous along with the wicked? What if there are 50 righteous people in the city? Would you still destroy it instead of sparing it for their sake? Surely you wouldn't treat the righteous and the wicked the same. Shouldn't the judge of all the earth do what is right?" The Lord replied, "If I find 50 righteous people in the city of Sodom, I will spare the entire place for their sake." Abraham spoke again, "I know I am only dust and ashes, but let me speak once more. What if there are 45 righteous people? Would you destroy the whole city because 5 are missing?" The Lord said, "If I find 45 there, I will not destroy it." Abraham continued carefully, "What if 40 are found there? I will not destroy it for the sake of 40, the Lord said. Abraham said, "Please don't be angry, Lord, but let me speak again. What if 30 are found there? I will not destroy it if I find 30. Abraham continued, "What if 20 are found there? I will not destroy it for the sake of 20. Finally, Abraham said, "Please don't be angry, Lord, but let me speak just once more. What if 10 are found there?" The Lord answered, "I will not destroy it for the sake of 10. After finishing this conversation with Abraham, the Lord went on his way, and Abraham returned to his home.